What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here in the Odd Trapper channel, coming to you with a Friday birthday edition of MLB Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised of our great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Shout out to the Detroit bullpen for being completely god-awful. That was not helpful. Also, we got 5 runs in the first 2 innings, 4 runs in the first inning of that Boston and Athletics game, and get hooked anyway. I mean, just wasn't a pretty MLB 2-gamer there. Hopefully we can salvage a little bit here with these Buffalo Bills. Oh, nice drop. What are we doing? Dalton Kincaid just dropped his second. That would have been helpful. But 7-7, that game's just getting going. I'm recording here at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific, so a little bit earlier, but almost all the lines already dropped, so I was able to run stuff a little bit earlier. That's because, well, you have early games finally on Thursday. Wednesday was weird because they were all later anyway, but, you know, we've been burning the midnight oil here on Lindy's. Hopefully you've enjoyed that, and hopefully you've enjoyed my effort in my 37th year of life. At 38, hopefully I can get even better. That would be good. Obviously, have not been good here the last day and a half, that's for sure, but Pick'em cards were absolutely rocking in the premium Discord, and we've had really good days in the premium Discord. Again, I know you don't want to hear that. I want to make you money on these videos. Let's get back to making you money here on these videos, which I know I can do because I've done it all year long. But now I turned 38, so it's a new precedent. Anyway, we've got ourselves 50% off. I'm done talking about my birthday. I'm dying. That's literally what I'm celebrating, is getting older and dying. One day closer to the grave. 50% off. That was happy. Weekly $10, monthly $25. Would love to see you guys all there. I'm working hard. I'm going to be working throughout my birthday because I'd rather do nothing else than hang out with my friends in the premium Discord, betting baseball. It's what I love to do. It's going to be what we do all day on Friday. And then before you know it, snap of fingers, we'll have MLB playoffs. We'll have NBA starting up, which I like to think is my absolute baby. And I know cappers, people like to say, oh, this is my best sport, my best sport. No, my best sport has been baseball for the last 3 years, and NBA has been very close until, well, we'll see how this year goes, because MLB has set a pretty tough precedent for me to meet. Hey, I've said precedent twice in now 3 times in the course of 2 minutes. We got to stop that. So without further ado, I did the quick version here today. We got ourselves some leans. We got 15 games to talk about. Let's get to them. Hot Tua, spin on that thing. Anyway, hello, everybody. Woo! Braves, Detroit. Sorry to get so deep there for a second. Just a little emotional. Happy. I'm very happy with where I am in this life, and the fact that I get to do something I absolutely love to do, which is talk through baseball slates, NBA slates, NFL slates tomorrow. Yeah, still going to be recording NFL Lindy's, covering everything on the Sunday slate for you. And, well, Lindy NFL, that's the deal going on. Ready, break. Braves, Detroit. We got ourselves an awesome opportunity here because I think Elder and Morton must pay for their sins. Over 8.5, but we don't have the props out for this game yet, and that's a little annoying to me because I would like to go to a prop as opposed to over 8.5, because that's a big number in Comerica. Big number. It's not exactly summer either, and I hope you guys kind of see, especially in the Discord, I've dwindled down the number of home run plays. Part of that is weather. Part of it is that the numbers haven't adjusted yet. So unless you want to take some unders on some home runs, it's pretty hard to bet some of these at their current present numbers. And that being said, I think Kurtz, because of the bullpen, or not because of the bullpen, the ballpark, they might have an opportunity to price him in a place where we can actually bet him. That would be useful. Anyway, over 8.5, just something that I'm leaning here at the moment, but props, have that in the back of your mind. The Elder Wand, he must pay for his sins. Also, can Buffalo frickin' score here? That'd be helpful. Charlie Morton's been struggling a little bit too. Stuff hasn't been as good as what it was during most of the year with Baltimore before he got traded. That was a scoop touchdown. Is that Dawson Knox? Dawson Knox touchdown. All right, we're going to close this up because that just got done. 14-7. Can we get going now, Buffalo? We need to win by 11.5. That's a real thing that we did. 12.5 too. Cincinnati, money line. Cubbies. This is one to pay attention to. Imanaga versus Lodolo. I have a lot of interest on some of these leans early on in the program, so keep that. Take that for what you will. Also, my connection is unstable for some stupid reason. I'm not sure. I have this off? I have this off? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? F it, we'll do it live. We're going to keep it rocking, keep it rolling. Cincinnati money line. Pay attention to this one because Nick Lodolo versus Shota Imanaga. Shota Imanaga, I definitely have always targeted him in that fly ball rate. And you're in Great American Small Park. Although home runs have been down there, part of that is because Ellie De La Cruz sucks this year. Just hasn't been nearly as good. He still steals bases from time to time. but batting 7th for a reason. Matt McClain also buried to the shadow realm. They do have Austin Hayes playing at a high level, Tyler Stevenson, but again, not by way of the long ball as much in Great American Small Park. Nick Kurtz kind of brought that up a second ago. I'm not going to repeat myself, but Severino on one side. It should be comeback Keller on Pittsburgh's side, but they haven't announced a starting pitcher not listed on ESPN or MLB. So take that for what it is. Kurtz home run. Can we get it north of plus 325 against a righty? That would be awesome in any ballpark, even if it's a cavern. How about this Beavers over 1.5 home run, hits plus runs plus RBIs? My brain just saw the HRR there quick. But as I pull up my notes, Dylan Beavers is somebody that I didn't have a ton of familiarity with before he got called up. And there's some interesting stuff going on with him at AAA. And, well, him and Dylan Carlson, they're not really in a timeshare anymore. Dylan Beavers has just been straight out playing over him. Lefty, 23.8% K rate's a little bit higher than you'd want to see, but he's got a 412 xwOBA, a 370 xwOBA. It's a really nice xwOBA for a kid who has all of 470 pitches he's seen at the big league level, 59 batted balls, period. I mean, I kind of like what we see. He's a tall kid, too. He's like 6'5", 6'6", up there at the plate. And so did some looking into him. I think when you get a Will Warren up there, I'm a little scared about Colton Cowser because of the strikeout rate. And Will Warren, that's the one thing he can get, north of 24% K rate. But he has massive splits when it comes to his Ks. So it's almost tormented where it's like 28, 19. Yeah, it's not going to be striking out lefties as much. Carlson, yeah, switch hitter that doesn't really interest me all that much. You got a lot of healthy guys getting back to Mountain Castle. Jordan Westbrook, just in time for Cabo. Wood, K plus walk. Obviously, this is one that is pretty absurd. We got the Sprout Goat. His name's Brandon Sprout. He's the Sprout Goat. There's no joke there. The Sprout Goat. James Wood, 56.4% hard hit, but I'm hoping he hits absolutely nothing if I decide to pull the trigger on this. 12.5% walk rate next to a 32% K rate. What is he, Kyle Schwarber? What is going on this year with him? Obviously, he's had a terrible second half of that season, though. Rasmussen unders. I just lumped them all together. Again, these leans I have tons of interest in. The Beavers one, it's more of just like acknowledging that he exists and that his data points are actually, if he's going to bat 5th, I think makes sense for some hits plus runs plus RBIs, but I think he gets demoted a little bit further tomorrow, which is why I'm not going to be backing him yet. Rasmussen unders, though, Shane Baz torched me today. 74 pitches, and they pull him in the 5th. I needed one more strikeout against Toronto. Toronto rolled out all their lefties, which again, Shane Baz reverse splits. Mother of God, that was so tilting. I got the exact lineup I was hoping for on the Toronto side, and it didn't matter because Toronto gave him the quick hook. Drew Rasmussen has actual injury history. They were really limiting him early. I might try to parlay, like single game parlay, a bunch of his unders together, under on walks, under on runs. Hope he has a decent enough outing as we get to the end of the year where teams will do some ridiculous stuff. So keep that on your mind. Dylan Cease, get out of your mind. This is one where the White Sox are not nearly as good of a strikeout matchup as what they were 2-3 months ago. Obviously, Luis Robert off the shelf, or on the shelf. He's on the shelf now, but he was off the shelf then. And Dylan Cease, he ceases to amaze me when it comes to some of his ridiculous outings. He'll have like a 4 walk, but like no hit type outing. Just ridiculous stuff in his box scores. But I don't care about box scores. I care about advanced analytics. And Dylan Cease, when it comes to some of his strikeout movement here, I don't think he profiles very well against some of these White Sox bats. I've been showing some of the heat map stuff that I love to do. It's all I did today, and I couldn't find anything anyway. But it is what it is. Dylan Cease under 6.5 strikeouts. Just a lean. That one's probably the least appealing of everything we've talked about so far. Pasquantino, 2+ bases. I have a Pasquantino problem. But overall, still, well, it was 18% expected ROI. Now it's going to be lower when I update everything. Probably like 15, 16. I don't think I've bet him 100 times. So yeah, like 3-4% off the top. Definitely bet him north of 20 times. And he's been better than he hasn't been. I know that's a weird way of phrasing it, but praising makes me think of Archer. Scherzer and Lorenzen. This is not the Scherzer and Lorenzen you're looking for. Lorenzen used to play outfield for Cincinnati. True story. As for Max Scherzer, just giving up hard contact after hard contact, and some of the lefties getting after him. Pasquantino, Kaufman, lots of real estate in the ballpark, plus money. Yeah, we could look at Pasquantino 2+ bags. Junk. He's been completely terrible, but the reason I will not back this yet is this ballpark. I do want to see the lineup on the Rangers side, see what they roll out, how many of those righties at the bottom of it, Freeman, Hellman. Same time that Hellman's treated us very well in the premium Discord. That is homer twice. 0-0. Junk, Oh man, as bad as he is, this ballpark can make anybody look all right for a day. Seattle money line against Houston. I'm excited to watch this series, but bet it, different conversation. We've got Wu and Brown, two really, really good pitchers, but these are perfectly efficient numbers at open. I was curious to see kind of how books were going to price them. You will see some quick hook stuff at times because, again, these are like must-win type games coming down to the end of the year in the AL West. And Seattle money line, I'll take the dog ever so slightly here with Brian Wu. Hunter Brown looked pretty darn good. It's a tough trigger to pull. Burleson, 2+ bases. I probably don't have the gumption to actually pull the trigger on it, even though every time I put him down there, he decides to hit a home run. So I should probably bet it sooner rather than later, right? But against the Miz, Jacob Mizrowski, first off, I think Jacob Mizrowski, it's not that the polish is worn off, but what happens is it's so hard to project him for more than like 85 pitches ever. Like they just do the kitty gloves thing randomly and you won't know. And then he'll pitch more than you expect. And then he'll pitch less than you expect by a massive amount, as opposed to some of these pitchers where it's like 90 to 95 is their wheelhouse and you're never going to get tons more, tons less, unless it's a blow up outing, in which case just go F yourself, San Diego. Or not a San Diego pitcher. I'm not isolating them. Giants and Dodgers, last one here. Can't wait to watch this series as well. Dodgers really need to find some wins, and it's going to be an emotional game here for Clayton Kershaw, who announced today he's going to be retiring at year's end. I try not to ever bring a lot of this narrative-based stuff into play. I do it more in the NBA than probably any sport because you can kind of impose your will on that. Clayton Kershaw, you face the batters you're going to go. Batters don't even necessarily get to be in clutch time. It just depends on where it's at in the lineup. So like basketball is a different sport because you can actually impose your will. Football, there's so many damn people on the field, and the one who matters the most is usually the one who gets the ball every time, that being the quarterback. We're done talking about that. But Dodgers, -1. I think if we get plus money there going towards the run line, it's interesting, but so many good righties at the top of the Giants lineup between Chapman, Ramos. Yeah, even Devers left on left crime against Kershaw. Could happen. Definitely could happen. So that rounds out the leans. Let's get to 3 plays, but first, promo code Lindy NFL. I would love to see you guys over at Tails. I'd love to see you guys in the premium Discord, the Lindy Discord over at Tails. And you can do that for just over $1 a day for the weekly using code Lindy NFL, or just under $1 a day using code Lindy NFL, $25 for the month. I'd love to have you guys there. See what all the fuss is about. We've had a really good run over the course of the last month or two. I mean, it's been a great baseball season overall, but specifically the last month and a half have been complete Heaterville. And you know, even Pick'em has been awesome the last couple days. I'm not super thrilled with my Thursday by any means, but played it pretty light. I mean, shit, I ended up on a Ty Johnson touchdown. If he scores a touchdown, everything I'm saying is completely obsolete because I'm just going to be ecstatic with my life. Oh, cool. Miami had a punt again. Buffalo, just please run over to them with a steam truck. That would be great. Let's get to the play, shall we? It's my birthday, so hit that like button for that, if nothing else. Nice job with the graphic, Eric. What's this? It's like a little empty space over there. Just wanted to show you I'm working out. Look at my pecs. No, it's fine. Cleveland, Minnesota. We got Misek and Lopez, and I get to do it because it's my birthday. Like Pablo Lopez, 4 kids, and I got to take all of that ass to showbiz. Pray you can get your kids. He's still a crazy person. Parker Misek. Oh, he's not going to be long for this one, but bullpen arm, bullpen game. What are we going to be getting here? I don't really care. The point is, Cleveland's just on an absolute roll. And yeah, I tried to fire up Tarek Screwball there. Half unit just disappears into thin air as soon as the relievers come in. Because Holton, well, it wasn't the righty came in and Jose Ramirez goes and hits a 2-run homer, and that's all she wrote, 3-1. So thanks for coming. Have a nice day. Minnesota's bullpen is so bad. I still have no words for it. We traded away everybody who was useful in my life in that bullpen, period. Full stop. Lopez, we don't want him to pitch terribly far into these games either. Our season is over. And we're getting plus money on the team that continues to run the table. Yes, Shane Smith has pitched a lot of days here recently. Yes, their bullpen is doing a lot of the work at times, but I don't give a shit. Milwaukee, well, no, it wasn't. No, Detroit was a disaster yesterday. I didn't bet Milwaukee and the Angels. I didn't have any interest in that game. We will probably fire someone. Burleson? St. Louis side? Whatever. We're talking about the Minnesota side here. Cleveland, plus 118. Minnesota, Even the games that get like 3, 4 runs, we're going to start seeing pinch hitting for Buxton, one of the most injury prone players. Please don't get hurt in the last week and a half of the season. I will cry. It's my birthday. We got the Angels taking on Colorado. Ferris Bueller's day off. It will not be his day off. It'll be his day on the mound. And then Blaylock on the other side. Yeah, friends, I get to do what I want. Joe Adell, plus 235 or better. That is definitely the direction you want to be going here with him. I have no other notes. No other notes. He's going to hit a ball long and far against Mr. Blaylock. You look at his pitch mix specifically. I mean, what? Joe Adell, 300 expected ISO. And then you look at the specific pitch mix, 337 expected ISO, 371 expected ISO, 221 expected ISO, 415 expected ISO. I just listed off his expected ISO against every pitch Blaylock throws, and Blaylock is terrible. 13.3% K rate, 176 expected ISO against righties. Yeah, he's righty, doesn't have the platoon, doesn't matter. Joe Adell here to smash balls into the midnight Denver sky. As for the last game here, hit that like button for me if you could. I really appreciate everybody who's been alongside me for 5+ years of doing this job. That's wild. That's wild. As I get into the older stages here, I try to stay young, try to stay youthful. A little Schwarber-like, if you will, who just continues to get better with age. But Philly taking on Arizona, he's left-handed, I'm right-handed, it doesn't matter. Also, he has 50+ more home runs than I do this season in Major League Baseball. Didn't know if you knew that. Arizona, though, we got Ryan Nelson. I've actually been backing him more than not, but this is going to be a spot where the tables turn, Mr. Powers. Yeah, and Taijuan Walker's terrible. I'm not going to back Taijuan Walker. You know that. 15.6% K rate, 448 expected ISO. Throws 6 junk pitches that don't even work. Splitter that doesn't split. Sinker that doesn't sink. And Ryan Nelson, it's all four-seamer. Fastball over and over again. Let me know how that goes against Schwarber and Harper and all the lefties and then a couple of the righties that exist in this Phillies lineup. Yeah, no Trey Turner, Mr. Turner. But we ended up betting over 9, minus 105 over in the premium Discord. It's already moving to 9.5. Saw some 9s that were already on the move. So get yourself on over. This is Bet365. Damn good fun. Some of the better lines that I saw at open. So over 9, let's get ourselves the heck up out of here pretty quick today. But I got friends to go see. Happy birthday to me. Good. Be like Lindy, joint Tails today. Head to the link below. Check it out. Tails is the best platform. We were going to be the best platform for you to find your sports betting information on a day in, day out basis and give you a lot of free plays, give you a lot of paid options, and help you become a better better. How's that sound? Be a better better. Be like Lindy, join Tails today. And that does it for a Friday end of week edition of MLB Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to the comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on the board for this lovely slate we have before us. Yeah, thank you so much to everybody here. As I turn the page on 37, I just want to say thank you to you, the listener, the people who tune in to listen to my diatribes from day to day, but understand how much time and effort and work and data goes into this on a day in, day out basis. I feel the love, I feel the appreciation, and I can't wait to bring you more of it here at 38. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Friday. See you in the premium Discord. Bye.